Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I'm just chilling, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I almost ain't make it, man. That sleep was good than a motherfucker. But regardless, we're gonna talk about Richardson, Hitchins, and George Kambosos' heated press conference, and then we're gonna talk about Shakur Stevenson possibly dissing Keyshawn Davidson, one of his most latest posts. And of course, we're going to open the platform up to some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far. If I could go ahead and hit that like button, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? I hope everybody's doing well. I already see the comments on and popping, man. Shout out to the first comment of the day. The boy, The Stranger, says, "Hey, Mark, quick question. Sorry, I know it's random, but just want to hear your thoughts. In your opinion, did Bud duck Charlo? If not, why do you think it never happened?" No, not at all. I don't think neither one of them ducked each other. To be honest with you, if we really think about it, there was a point in time where there was some, optimism about that fight happening. Terrence Crawford defeated his, stablemate at the time, Earl Spence Jr. Jamel Charlo, he was there in support of Earl Spence Jr. And, shortly after defeating Earl Spence, he was looking to move up to 154. Charlo, instead, had decided to go up and face Canelo Alvarez because his brother, Jamal Charlo, was not available at the time because he was going through what he was going through. So I just think that by the time, Terrence Crawford came around to the division, Jamel Charlo had a good opportunity to face Canelo Alvarez for a life-changing payday, from what I'm assuming. And, they went their separate ways. After Jamel Charlo lost to Canelo, he pretty much lost all his momentum. He has still not been back to the ring since then. And Terrence Crawford didn't respect how the way Jamel Charlo went out in that Canelo Alvarez fight, pretty much being in survival mode. And that pretty much killed the fight. Terrence Crawford went on to face Israel Madrimov, and now he's about to fight Canelo Alvarez. So is that fight impossible to make? Not necessarily, because Bud even said that, there's a possibility he might come back down to 54 after defeating Canelo Alvarez in his head. So, we'll see. But I don't think neither one of them ducked each other. I think it was bad timing. You feel what I mean? And Terrence Crawford, if he's not looking for the money, he's looking for the legacy. He's looking for the belts. And, as soon as Jamel Charlo left the division to face Canelo, they started stripping him left and right because, he was undisputed. But, yeah, I hope I answered your question. Pedro Anales, he said, "Yo, Mays." I don't know who Mays is, but I'm assuming he meant Mazuma. "Today, make graduation. Go high school. Now, my bro, make very great stream, bro. Love you, my bro." I don't know what this nigga be talking about. But Pedro may have possibly graduated from high school. That's what it sounds like. And he's happy about it. So, congratulations to Pedro Anales. I guarantee you that they did not teach you English in high school. That's one thing. Probably learned a few things. Historia, you learned all that shit. Matemáticas, whatever the fuck however you say mathematics and Spanish or whatever the case is, but they ain't teaching no English in that motherfucker, man. So, whatever. But congratulations to Pedro for graduating high school. This nigga said Pedro graduated preschool. That's hilarious. But no. If that's the case, congratulations, man. Seriously, on a serious note. Simba Boxer says, "Who is Maze? Salute Mazuma." That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. Blunt Sports, what up? Forever Dedicated. He says, "Happy birthday to our little champ, Micah." Mark, did you see Tank? He told Hitchins he gonna catch him. Be ready. First of all, thank you for wishing my son a happy birthday. You feel what I mean? And I want to shout out personally Jay Cash for, buying my son a gift. You know what I mean? I thought that was absolutely fire. And my Amazon gift list is still available. If you guys are interested in, getting my son a gift or two very cheap items that are Amazon that could be very useful for him, I could put the link in the chat. I think he only got like 6 or 7 things left on there. So, if y'all feeling a little generous, You know what I mean? Feel free to give my son a gift. You feel what I mean? Smoochie, you need to buy my son a gift. God damn it. What the hell wrong with you? Talking about first. How about you be the second one on the chat to buy my son a gift? How about that? Yeah, you just called it straight for no reason, Smoochie. My fault. But I appreciate you telling my son happy birthday, man. Thank you. In terms of what Tank said, the Hitchins, catch and be ready. Man, Tank done threatened all types of niggas. Ain't nothing happened to him. So ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro. I'm just sick of Tank, bro. I don't even want to talk about the nigga. You know what I mean? If we're not talking about his fight or him possibly fighting somebody, uh, I don't really care. You feel me? Rob 23K said, can Brandon Figueroa win easily versus Joet Gonzalez? I like the odds. Let me know what the odds is, brother. But can he win easily against Joet? I don't think so. I think stylistically they both present each other problems. But Brandon Figueroa on the right night could possibly beat Joet. He could probably out hustle him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily know if he wins easily. I don't think that. I don't think he has the finesse or the type of style necessary to beat somebody like Joet Gonzalez easily. So to answer your question, I doubt it. Shout out to Coffee Plant, Slime, Smoochie, Big Soldier, MX. What up? He said Mazuma boost moving up to 154. I don't know. I reached out to one of the homies to see if that was true or what, but I wasn't able to get on the phone and talk to him. So unfortunately, I can't really solidify that answer for y'all just yet. You feel what I mean? But we're gonna figure that out. You feel what I mean? Anonymous in the building. What up? Slime said, "Nigga, Tank need to put on his double XL tampon and go and lock in for the rematch." I actually agree with that, Slime. That was actually some intelligent shit you just said right there. Typically, you be on dumb shit, but that was you was spot on, brother. Shout out to the boy Slime. He learning something over here. Go get the money. What up? YSM and Greg Hackett just announced it. Oh, well, shit. Those are some credible people that happen to know Jerron Ennis. So if that's the case, then congratulations to Jerron Ennis for moving up to 154. And I want to see what motherfuckers got to say. You know what I mean? Oh, he dug Virgil Ortiz. Oh, when they wasn't in the same weight class and Boots was attempting to unify. Oh, he dug Virgil. Oh, he didn't want no smoke. All right, well, now he and Virgil smoke. I mean, he in this area now. So what the fuck is we doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what is we doing now? Alphabet Boxer says Boots versus Tellez. Yeah, cause I think it was for like the WBA. What Tellez got? The WBA interim or some shit like that. Ennis, what the fuck he got again? He beat when he beat J Rock. What the fuck he ended up getting? Or what did he have prior to that? It doesn't really say anything. Or are they gonna put a belt up? Are they gonna put up a belt for these guys? I don't know, but regardless, I seen Tellez fight. Bud is regular champ. Okay, cool. Well, full status champ, I think is what you meant to say. But Calvaron, what up? Is that Deshaun? Yeah, that's Deshaun. Shout out to the boy Deshaun in the building. One of my fighters, one of the fighters of the Mazuma mob. What's going on, Deshaun? I hope everything's well with you, brother. But WBA interim, listen, that's a good position to put Boots in because it'll put him in line to fight for a world title. Tellez, that's a very winnable fight in my opinion. Tellez is strong, you know what I mean? Good come forward fighter type dude. I mean, got some aggression on his side, but I don't really see any special effects within Tellez that could defeat a Jerron Ennis. You know what I mean? I think the athleticism favors Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis is the more experienced fighter at this point, especially at a high level. And, I think he punches on Tellez, to be honest with you. I seen some holes in Tellez's game when he fought J-Rock. And to be honest with you, no disrespect to J-Rock at all, but this is a J-Rock that was over the hill. And I seen that he had some success in spots with his boxing ability. His feints and his jabs have seemed to be resetting Tellez every time. And even though he had what it took to, pull it out towards the end, pause, and, ultimately win, decisively against J-Rock, it wasn't really that impressive to me. But he is strong. And, the 154 dudes from 147 to 154 is a totally different ball game. Them additional 7 pounds is a different, monster. You feel what I mean? So I think Boots' speed, his athleticism, and his overall ring savviness, along with the experience, will be enough in itself to defeat a Tellez. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You feel me? But that's just my honest opinion. So if Boots is gonna make that, transition to 154 pounds, there's gonna be a sigh of relief throughout the welterweight division because I know a lot of these pussy ass niggas who was either at 140 pounds that was scared to move up. They oh man, once Boots vacate that WBA and that IBF and that Ring Magazine title, watch all these motherfuckers at 140 be like, oh man, I think it's time to move to welterweight, man. I can't make 140 no more, man. It's just something about 140. I just can't make it no more. You feel what I'm saying? Brian Norman and don't go be like, man, I told y'all, Boots was scared. Boots ain't really want to fight us. But Boots ain't want to fight us, man. He could have sent us an offer after the Sasaki fight. He didn't want to fight us. Man, he didn't want to fight us. Hoe ass niggas. I already know how that shit gonna be. Watch. Brian Norman, ugly ass, gonna be on Mill City talk about, man, didn't I tell y'all? Boots ain't never call us out. Boots ain't never called us out. He had the chance after we beat Jen Sasaki, to call us out. He ain't gonna call us out. He went up to 154. He not even that big. He not even that big. You see him next to my son. You see him next to man, shut your whole ass up. We was talking about this at the gym, Anonymous. We was talking about that shit today. He said, I hate to say it, but Rolly probably going to be elevated and become an actual 2-division champ. Hey, man, Rolly at the right place at the right time, bro. If that's just what it is, bro, he's a lucky motherfucker, bro. But, that'll just put him in position to, fight big fights at welterweight. You feel me? Like I said, if he gets in a situation where he defeats if he fights in Mario Barrios some way, somehow, because I'm one of very few people that think Barrios gonna beat Pacquiao. You feel me? I see a lot of people saying Pacquiao gonna win, man. It's gonna be, in my opinion, unless this nigga Pacquiao just happens to turn back time somehow, I genuinely feel like there's gonna be a lot of disappointed people after that Barrios and Pacquiao fight. They're like, oh man, Pacquiao feet just wasn't underneath him, man. Like he don't take punches how he used to. It's like every time Barrios hit him, he hurt him. Bro, the nigga pushing 50 years old, dog. Barrios ain't no pillow punching nigga. But anyways, let's say Barrios defeats Manny Pacquiao. PBC alert. We're going to see Rolly Romero against Mario Barrios for a unification fight. Wouldn't it be a motherfucker if Rolly beats Mario Barrios and becomes a unified champion at 147 pounds? This motherfucker Rolly gonna creep himself into the Hall of Fame, bro. Yo, this motherfucker got a regular title at 35. Then he goes to 140, gets a legit world title. Then he goes up to 147 and becomes unified, bro. Oh my God. This nigga Rolly outdid himself. He gonna be one of the more successful motherfuckers out of these young niggas, man. He might fuck around and become one of the 4 kings. I ain't hating on Rolly. Yo, I fuck with Rolly. I talked to him. I haven't talked to him in a while, actually, but I don't hate on Rolly. Rolly about to be in position to do some legacy defining shit. It look like, we don't know what's going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how Rolly and I don't know how Barrios and Pacquiao going to go. Because even though I think Barrios going to beat Pacquiao, Barrios, he weak. He shitty. You feel me? I ain't even going to lie to you. I grew up, but when I was younger, I used to fuck with Barrios. You know what I mean? Like, he had a lot of potential. And I knew he was going to, fight for world titles or at least become world champion. But I didn't think that he would. I didn't think he would age this bad. You feel me? Like, he looked trash. Like, you like Abel Ramos, you like Jesus Ramos' uncle, Jesus Ramos' sidekick punch on you. Oh man. If Abel would have stepped on the gas a couple rounds before, you would have lost your title, nigga. Shit, we would have seen Abel Ramos versus Pacquiao. Fucking with you. But anyways, Rolly and Mark, best friends, coffee. Don't get timed out. You're playing too much. But Rob 23K in the building. I'm assuming you knew, brother. So shout out to you, man, for coming through and showing love. He says Puello beat Russell and Martin. I think Matias will end his perfect record. Man, that's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro. I honestly believe stylistically it's gonna be tough for both guys. I think they both have the recipe to give each other some obstacles to, try to, attempt to figure out. Now on Subriel Matias' side, he put pressure. He gets stronger as the rounds go on. He's heavy-handed. He places some nasty body shots. He's relentless. You know what I mean? So Puello is going to have to be on his toes throughout the course of the fight. You know what I mean? And he's going to have to be doing what he specializes in, consistently throughout these rounds if he wants to neutralize Subriel Matias' offense. What I mean is Puello is really good at shooting punches in between guys' offense. He's a great counter puncher. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was watching Puello versus Sandor Martin, and obviously I watched the Gary Antoine Russell fight, and he's very good at disrupting people's rhythm. And Subriel Matias he's big on momentum. You know what I mean? The more momentum he got on his side is like the more he turned up. You feel what I mean? So if you're able to disrupt Subriel Matias' rhythm, it's gonna be hard for him to, get that. Like they say, the snowball effect. That as it goes down the hill, it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? And then it almost becomes like a unstoppable force. You know what I mean? With Puello's counterpunching abilities, it could really throw off Subriel's momentum, and he might not be able to, take over the course of a fight as a result of that. So they both could give each other problems, man. Like if Puello don't got the power that Subriel will come to respect or anything like that, or make him hesitant, or if his timing is off in the counterpunching department, Subriel is gonna make him pay heavily for that. So it's either gonna be that Puello outclasses him for 12 rounds, and Matias not gonna be able to find his rhythm, or Subriel Matias gonna beat the dog shit out of Puello and pretty much pack his ass up. I think it's going to be either one of them two situations. It's 50-50, but of course, he's a Puerto Rican brother just like me. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Afro-Latinos out here, rocking heavy. My boy from Fajardo and shit like that. So I'm rooting for Subriel, man. I want to see that man become two-time world champion and get in the mix with these other champions that's in the division, like Teofimo Lopez, who we're going to talk about him as well. Gary Antoine Russell and Richardson Hitchins, who also is not too fond of Subriel Matias, in my opinion. So we definitely going to talk about it. Denitric Banner, what up? What up? Yeah, Abel Ramos is Jesus Ramos' uncle, from what I understand. You know what I mean? And Anonymous says that's your favorite fight on the card. I'm inclined to agree with you, brother. I think that's the fight that I'm going to be looking forward to the most. You feel me? And Subriel Matias, I see him in the gym. He looks like he's in phenomenal shape. He's in phenomenal shape, and he taking this serious. You know what I mean? I do think against Leon Paro something was missing, and apparently he had some disputes going on in camp where he didn't really like the setting of his his training camp, and he didn't really like the idea of being away from his family and shit like that, from what I understood. So he went and found another trainer that was best suited for his needs. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I did think that Coach Panda was a phenomenal trainer for Subriel, but you know what I mean? I kind of understand where Subriel is coming from, man. Like, there's some people who, thrive when, being away from their family and stuff like that because they can focus better. And then there's some people that don't really feel at home or really feel comfortable being anywhere without their family. So, we got people who go away for camp like Shakur Stevenson, they go to Colorado Springs, Terrence Crawford and shit like that. Then you got people who train at home, and I could give you two examples from Philadelphia. Danny Garcia, he trained right down the block, probably a 10-minute drive away from my crib. Then we got Jerron Ennis, who, he's been at multiple gyms, since being a pro, but, he stays in Philadelphia as well. So it really all depends on, what your preferences are. You could perform and train at a high level, in any setting. You feel me? A lot of people think that staying at home equates to, not being focused and being easily distracted. There's people that can have tunnel vision under any circumstance or in any setting. So I think that's what happened with Subriel, but regardless, I'm looking forward to seeing that fight. I ain't gonna lie, I'm more excited to seeing Albert Puello and Matias more than the David Morrell fight, more than the Berlanga fight. I do want to see William Cepeda versus Shakur, but I kind of got a good indication of what may happen in that fight if we honest. Unless Shakur just completely falls apart in the ring, or or William Cepeda just hits a whole different level that we've never seen before, which is rare, especially after 33 professional fights. But Puello, Subriel, that's the fight right there, man. And I ain't gonna lie, this kind of a crossroads fight for Subriel. You feel me? Because you lost a fight before you got a world title. You avenged that loss. Then you went on to win the IBF, right? You go ahead, you get in the ring after your first title, attempting to defend your title for the first time, and you get outclassed in your hometown. Ultimately embarrassed yourself. You know what I mean? No, as a matter of fact, I think you defended it one time because you made that dude from Crunk quit, Ergashev, the one who fought Mike Fox and shit like that. You made Ergashev quit. So then, you go and you face Leon Poirot. It's supposed to be a hometown fight for you. You just signed with Eddie Hearn. You get outclassed, bro. Like, you get completely outclassed, in my opinion. And then, you've gotten two wins against, unknown guys, unnotable guys. And now you coming up with another opportunity against Albert Puello. You lose this fight against Albert Puello, people not really going to look at you as the boogeyman like they was calling you previously. So, Subriel got to really turn this John up, man. He can't take no as an answer in this fight. And if if no ends up being an answer, then he got to leave it all in there, bro, to be honest with you. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Shout out to the 13 people that's in the building, man. Let's get 13 likes. Rogers 2 says, Rogers the second, I believe that's your name. He says, Puello is a drug cheat. That's a fact. That is a fact. For those of y'all who didn't know, Puello did test positive for PEDs when getting ready for the Rolly Romero fight. And I think, ironically, I think they both train with the same trainer now. I wonder how that is. Gotta be a little awkward. You about to fight a dude, he tests positive for PEDs, and now y'all in the same gym, training with the same trainer. I don't know. That would throw me off a little bit. Yeah, I think they both were Salas. I think they both were Ismael Salas. Jag Queen in the building. She said, I'm telling you, Eddie Reynoso and that whole camp need to be investigated. That shit should have been happening after they had like 3 drug cheats. I remember when I first got the news that Jaime Munguia test positive, I'm like, damn, I started running the people off that was associated with their team that popped. And I'm like, bro, that's 6 people. I'm like, bro, they should have been a little suspicious after 3. You know what I mean? Like Canelo, the most famous one. Julio Cesar Martinez, Luis Neri, fucking Ryan Garcia test after he left them. Test positive after he left them. And, his body drastically changed. Then we got Oscar Valdez. You know what I'm saying? And, bro, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, and of course they're going to say, oh, that don't got nothing to do with Eddie Reynoso. That's something that that's out of his control. He just trains them for fights. Okay, it might not be Eddie Reynoso directly doing it himself. Like, I don't know if he giving them, but it's somebody around him. It's somebody that he's associated with for sure. I don't know if there's another coach in there, but what's crazy is they all pop for different shit. So y'all niggas got like a PED cocktail going around in this motherfucker. Y'all trying a whole bunch of different shit in here. You feel me? I wonder if Frank Sanchez was on that. Well, if he was on it, that shit ain't helping. That shit ain't hurt. That shit ain't helping with Caballero. So, I mean, it can't be that good. You know what I mean? That shit ain't helping Maccabi. That shit got him packed up. So when I seen Valdez pop positive and shit, I'm like, damn, I wonder if he was on that shit when he ended Miguel Burchell's career. You know what I mean? Like the little shit like that made me think of that because you know what I mean, Burchell was like on a fucking run, bro. Like a run, and then Valdez ruined him. And he never bounced back after that. They packed him up with Nakatila, and it was like everybody was just sitting there like, damn, what the fuck happened to Burchell? You feel me? So now with Oscar Valdez popping, positive, make you think like, may give you the side eye towards all like his big wins now and shit. You feel me? But that's just my whole outlook on that. Yeah. I was speaking on that too, Rogers. I brought that up. I was like, yo, how the fuck did Andy Ruiz get so skinny like that when he's always been fat? The nigga always been chunky. What the fuck? Where does skinny nigga come from? I mean, mind you, he looked like shit, while he was with them. With that Chris Areola fight, he looked like complete dog shit. But you know what I mean? The way that weight effortlessly came up off of him. He on Ozempic. I don't think he on Ozempic, Smoochie. I think he was on something, something more serious than that. But I can't prove it. You know what I mean? I can't. It do make But let's say you chill with a bunch of big time drug dealers. And everybody around you, a few niggas around you done got caught fucking with them keys and shit like that. And did time behind it. But you look at, and you a little flashy, you look like you out here getting to the money, but they ain't ever catch you. It's like, all right, I can't really say you doing what they was doing because, there ain't no concrete evidence. However, you looking kind of suspicious, brother. Like I say, whatever there's smoke, there's fire. So I said, I'm about to try Ozempic. There's some bad side effects behind that from what I heard, but I mean, if you got the health insurance or whatever the case is, if you got the bread for it, try it. I mean, you could just get your ass in the gym, but I mean, that'd be a little bit too hard for people sometimes. I don't know. People be looking for the easy way out. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's get into these topics, man. Richardson, Hitchins, and George Kambosos, even though it's not like the biggest fight or the most entertaining fight, in my opinion, I did see that they've been having some trash talk back and forth. And y'all know Mazuma TV like a little good, trash talk here and there. And, man, I was tuned into this press conference. Now, I'm going to tell you in the order I've seen things. So I've seen Bill Haney been on, this hilarious ass, run and these, today. This dude, Bill Haney, because now he lives in New York for people that don't know, because I think like he got a daughter that's going to school over there. So, he just been staying over there and shit. And he said he was looking for Teofimo Lopez. So this motherfucker crossed the Brooklyn. He walked through the Brooklyn Bridge, walked his ass to Gleason's, and was asking everybody on the walk over there, where was Teofimo Lopez Jr. and Sr.? I don't know why that shit was so funny. This nigga went up to the monks. He'd be like, yo, T.O. Jr. and T.O. Sr.? And the monk looked all confused, like, no, man, I'm new. I don't know. He was like, oh, man, man, I can't find these guys, man. I can't find these guys. Bro, that shit was hilarious. He walked in that gym, and one of the dudes was like, oh, yeah, man, what's up, man? T.O.? No, man, I don't see T.O. That shit was hilarious, bro. It was some Mexican lady with like some type of like food cart. He said, have you seen T.O. Jr. or Sr.? She looked at him like, who the fuck is that? He was like, see, don't nobody in Brooklyn know these niggas. Bro, that shit was, I don't know why that shit was so funny. I don't know why that shit was so funny, bro. But Bill know better. He out here, popping this shit. And he went somehow, some way, this motherfucker walked. Bill Haney was walking everywhere, cuz he walked to the gym to try to find the TOs and shit. Then he walked his ass to Richardson, Hitchins, and Kambosos press conference, and he popping shit to Hitchins. Bro, little do y'all know, People think that Bill just doing this just because this man literally has his promoter hat on right now. He literally got his business hat, his promoter hat on right now. I tell y'all all the time, the nigga don't be talking shit just because he looking for trouble or because he arrogant. Bro, he's literally the CEO of Devin Haney Promotions, right? So, in other words, he is a fucking promoter. So you can't say that. You can't say he want attention, Jad Queen. You can't necessarily say that because everything that he's doing is to bring interest to, his son, or make his son name relevant in situations that don't have anything to do with his son. Kambosos and Richardson Hitchins has nothing to do with his son. However, considering the fact that Richardson Hitchins and Devin Haney's name is tied, and Richardson Hitchins has been talking shit about Devin Haney, Bill pulled up. So there could be some type of conversations going on between Richardson Hitchins and Devin Haney. It's a smart promotional tactic on Bill Haney's part. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like more promoters should do that. Talk your shit. Big your fighters up. Put your fighters in positions to get highly demanded fights from the boxing fans. You know what I mean? Jad Queen, you might not like Bill, but he's moving strategically, bro. And I think that he out here playing chess and motherfuckers is they biting on it. Like Richardson Hitchins, he was all emotional and shit. And that's what I'm gonna say about Richardson Hitchins. Don't weight cuts gotta be kicking his ass. Because whenever it gets to fight week, Hitchins be cool the whole training camp. As soon as it get to fight week, yo, he gets so fucking angry, bro. Like he be talking greasy, but you could tell that he genuinely be like frustrated. He really be angry. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you guys what happened, bro. So the first thing I saw was Bill Haney talking about, let me ask you something. Did your coach teach you your defense? Because I just seen your coach get hit in the head with a microphone from George Kambosos' dad. And I'm like, oh, what? So I was like, yo, let me watch this fucking press conference, man. So they in there, they popping their shit, they talking shit back and forth. They popping their shit, they going back and forth. Then this dude, Richardson Hitchins, pulls out like a little fanny pack or whatever the fuck it was, a little money pouch or whatever, and he pull out $50K. You know what I mean? He pull out $50K cash, and he's like, yo, let's make a bet, pussy, And Kambosos was like, yo, take that money and bet it on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And Kambosos said that he put bread up because the odds was crazy. He bet the casino. Why he got to bet him when the odds is, crazy? And, I get it. It is what it is. But what really got crazy was when Kambosos was like, man, you getting too close to me. You need to back the fuck up. And he pushed Hitchins. Mind you, it was a little weak-ass push because Hitchins ain't go nowhere. But, it's a little bit of, physical, physicality going on. So I guess Richardson Hitchins' coach, who I don't even know who his coach is, to be honest with you. I just know that Hitchins don't respect him, just based off of his previous fights. He really don't respect him. But I guess Richardson Hitchins' trainer wanted some smoke. Okay, Coffee Plant says Coach Lenny. Okay, Coach Lenny wanted some smoke. So he thinking, I don't know if he thinking like Kambosos pop sweet or whatever the case is. Mind you, George Kambosos pop, from what I heard, put hands on T.O. Sr. You know what I mean? When T.O. Sr. was talking too much, and I think they was like at a media workout or whatever. I think he either pushed T.O. Sr. or he gripped him up. He did something to him. So George Kambosos pop don't got no problem getting busy, pause, or whatever the case is, getting physical, whatever. Coach Lenny, like, tries to step up. I think his name is Jim Kambosos, so I'm gonna call him Jim. He tried to walk up on Jim, and Jim was like, man, what the fuck? And mind you, he a big dude. He ain't no small dude, he a big dude. He walked up to Coach Lenny while security's holding him back, and he hits this nigga in the head with the microphone. All you heard was the sound of the microphone. Boom. Like, damn. I was like, hold the fuck up. And so he's sitting there looking like a whole dickhead. He's sitting there like, you gonna try to walk up on Jim. Jim crack you, and now you just sitting down with Hitchins acting like you ain't just get, cracked with a fucking microphone and shit. So now he's sitting there with that, what Kevin Hart say, with that eat ass face. He's sitting there like, sitting there salty than a motherfucker. You want some get back so bad. You know you ain't get the better of that exchange. You got embarrassed, to be honest with you. So now you're sitting there just waiting for your moment. So I think Bill Haney points it out in the crowd like, man, who taught you your defense? Did your trainer teach you your defense? Because your trainer just got, cracked in the head, with a microphone. Nah, we ain't a part of no Haney's defense team. We definitely ain't doing that. If Haney, see, this the thing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hold niggas accountable. You feel what I mean? I hold niggas accountable. If they doing right, they doing right. If they doing wrong, I'm gonna say they doing them wrong. They doing wrong. You feel me? But to say I'm a defense team or I'm part of this Haney defense team, you crazy. I ain't on nobody defense team. You do right by the sport, I'll talk well about you. If you on nut shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna call that out too. So he said protect Haney by at all costs. That nigga crazy. That's a crazy name. But no, for sure. So I think Bill Haney calls it out in the crowd. Coach Lenny fell away. So now he trying to pick up a chair and throw it at Jim. Like, nigga, you try to walk up on him. That shit ain't work. You got cracked upside your forehead with a microphone. So now you trying to throw a chair at him from, I don't know, however many feet away. Like, bro, go sit your dumb ass down, bro. You over here embarrassing your fighter, cuz your fighter over here just trying to sell the fight, and you trying to do all this extra shit, trying to turn this shit into a hardcore match. On some WWE shit. Nigga, relax. Relax, nigga. Put the chair down, rub your motherfucking forehead till that pain go away, and take your ass to the hotel room until fight night, nigga. Or to the weigh-ins. The fuck is you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, what is we even talking about? You over here embarrassing yourself, cuz. You shouldn't walk up on that nigga anyway, unless you was really ready for that smoke. Mind you, me personally, I ain't walking up on a nigga unless I'm fully prepared to go there. This nigga, Coach Lenny, walked up acting like niggas was not going to do nothing. You already seen that George Kambosos pushed your fighter. Them niggas is alert. You know what I mean? They ready to rumble. So when niggas is wired like that, you know what I mean? You got to keep that shit. You got to keep that shit cool because you ain't trying to fuck your money up. Huh? This nigga name is Diddy Run. He said, I hope Turkey at least gets the rule enforced on his platform for those that choose to fight under his lights. That sounds absolutely ridiculous, brother. So you mean to tell me that Turkey Al-Sheikh on his platform is going to be able to dictate how other people, he's trying to eliminate a style. So you telling motherfuckers, oh, no, you can't use no lateral movement. You know, you can't punch and move. No, you got to sit here directly in front of these guys. And you know, you got to be mainly offense. Don't use no defense. Don't let your first line of defense be your feet now. Don't sit there. You better sit there and you better take those punches. You better swing back. You know what I mean? If you get knocked out, you get knocked out. As long as the fans in the team, man, niggas need to stop it. You feel what I'm saying? Turkey need to knock it the fuck off. And he full of shit, to be honest with you. You know why? And Turkey going to try to make it seem like he wasn't talking about Dev or talking about Shakur. And, you know, I see Showbiz ugly ass running around talking about that, you know, he's not talking about black, you know, he's not aiming it towards black fighters when he's making up this no running rule. Bro, y'all niggas know what y'all doing, bro. Y'all niggas be throwing rocks and try to hide y'all hand. Y'all hear the criticism from these, you know, so-called boxing fans when speaking about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. All of a sudden, the timing is so coincidental that you come up with a no running rule. A no running rule. After Devin Haney's performance against Jose Ramirez and, you know, Shakur's performance against Edwin De Los Santos and all that, and, you know, you hearing all the criticism from the fans, all of a sudden you come up with this no running rule, but it's not aimed at black fighters. You know, this is for anybody. Oh, this is for anybody. Nigga, stop it, bro. You had them black fighters in mind when you came up with that dumbass idea. So cut it the fuck out. Cut it the fuck out, bro. Who you talking about then? What inspired that rule? What fighter in particular started that rule? I bet you he started naming black fighters. So cut it out with the bullshit, cuz if Turkey Al-Sheikh got that much of a problem with that style, don't bring those type fighters to your events. You can't bring these I'll box and see your events and be like, don't box. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Who the fuck is you? You ain't never take a punch in your life. You just putting the bread up. These niggas got to do what they got to do to make it home to their family safe and healthy. They ain't about to put nigga, yo, you know how many people die from the sport of boxing, bro? You know how many people die yearly? I heard it was like 13. The most dangerous sport in the world. And you trying to tell motherfuckers how they should go about, protecting their lives and shit. Cut it the fuck out. How niggas running the square? I don't know. Miles. That's a question that a lot of them can't answer. And it's funny, a lot of the people that's coming up with this no running rule and shit, or endorsing this no running rule, ain't never boxed a day in their fucking life. Never boxed in their life. They've never done this shit, bro. Let me punch Showbiz in his mouth and see see if he sit in the pocket with me. How about that? Let me punch Showbiz in his mouth and you sit there and you take these punches and see how long you last. How about that? I challenge anybody. If you want to sit in the pocket and take a punch from Mazuma TV, let me know. You can sign the waiver, whatever the case is. I'll punch you dead in your mouth. You gonna sit there, right? You're not gonna run. You're not gonna run, right? You're not gonna use no movement. All right, stand in front of me. Let me punch you in your mouth. And when you feel the effects of my punch, I want to see where you go. I want to see where you go. So as you think this shit is so easy, and there ain't no room for movement in boxing, let me punch you dead in your shit, right on your chin, your nose, forehead, wherever the fuck it lands, jaw, wherever this hook put itself. And I want to see if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna sit there and try to trade with me. Let me see you do it. Because I guarantee you, once you feel the effects, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I don't want to feel this anymore. And you're gonna get on your fucking bicycle and try to avoid this ass whooping. So cut it the fuck out, bro. Y'all niggas is cowards. Y'all niggas can y'all motherfuckers, bro. It's like them UFC guys that be complaining about wrestlers. How about learning some type of takedown defense? You know what I mean? How about defending yourself from the takedown so you're not getting pinned to that mat and getting outpointed for 5 rounds? You got a problem with motherfuckers who move around the ring. Why don't you cut off the fucking ring and stop that motherfucker from boxing you? And that's the thing. How can you say a motherfucker running from you when they're outlanding you? These guys are running. Why they not losing? Who the fuck is, huh? Oh, yeah. I remember. Oh, okay, yeah. I had to Google who John Cooney was. Yep. I wonder if John Cooney, in his last moments, I wonder if he, was thinking about, oh, no, I can't run from him. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to trade with this guy. No, there's no way I'm going to run. Like, y'all really take this boxing shit like as a joke, bro. I can tell. And y'all not really boxing enthusiasts. Y'all not really boxing fans, bro. There's something that's keeping you around with boxing, but you don't really appreciate boxing in its true form. You feel me? And I seen Najee from Cigar Talk saying, like, in today's era, y'all would call Ali a runner. Y'all would. A lot of y'all casual motherfuckers are motherfuckers that, not fond of the American black style. Y'all would call Ali a runner. You'd be like, man, that's bullshit, man. Man, ain't no way we call Ali a runner, man. He threw this many punches in a round. Okay. Y'all would see this man hitting and not getting hit, and y'all would feel a way about it because y'all favorite fighter can't neutralize it. So y'all would have called Ali a runner. Y'all would. Y'all would have hated Ali in this era, bro. To be honest with you. Y'all would have hated him. Y'all love him now, but y'all love Floyd now too. But I remember how y'all were treating him when he was active. Don't act like I forgot. Kai Fly said, Najee from Cigar Talk also said Usyk is overrated. Yeah, bro. And I responded to that. And we completely got rid of that statement. That was a ridiculous statement. But some takes a hit or miss, bro. But that don't take away from the fact that Najee might have been on to something when he said that Ali point. I think motherfuckers from this era would have called Ali a runner. They would have. Oh, look at this guy using his feet. How dare he use his feet? How dare he not be flat-footed? Blood Rush Entertainment said, Mazuma, I really think the promoters are hyping up Australian fighters like Kambosos. I really don't see personally much value in them. George haven't beat any contenders to earn. It's just earned this. It's just given. Listen, I don't. You got to shout out his managers for constantly putting him in position, bro. Him beating Teofimo Lopez, who was a unified champion at the time, has really opened the floodgates for him to obtain generational wealth. And you can't be mad at George Kambosos for taking these fights and accepting these bouts and getting paid millions. You gotta blame the motherfuckers who's actually offering him these fights. To be honest with you, you ain't gonna turn down no paydays regardless of what fans say. You're not gonna turn down a multi-million-dollar payday because fans don't want to see you fight. You're gonna take it because that's what they offering. So it's really his management team, his promotional team, whatever the case is, and it is what it is. Do we want to see Hitchins versus Kambosos? No, but they put themselves in a lucrative situation, and they're capitalizing off of their signature win against Teofimo Lopez. It is what it is. I can't be mad at Kambosos for that. I remember when I was arguing with Steven Jackson, former NBA player who, at one point in time was working with Showtime and doing boxing documentaries, episodes, and was even doing a little bit of boxing commentary. I had called out Showtime for making him a boxing commentator when he knows nothing about boxing. Steven Jackson got word of what I said. He posted me on his page and was saying that I was a hater, and I wish that I wish that I was in his position. When in reality, I didn't really, shit on him for taking a job. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to turn down no bread. However, you're not qualified to talk boxing. You feel what I mean? You're not qualified to talk boxing. Everybody else know it. But I ain't gonna shit on you for taking that opportunity. You gotta feed you and yours. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put food on the table for you and yours. So if niggas is giving you a bag, you definitely should consider it or accept it, whatever the case is. But you can't sit here. You know what I mean? We're not gonna just sit here and act like you qualify for that line of work. You trash, cousin. You know nothing about boxing. And we knew he know nothing. We knew that he didn't know anything about boxing because whenever they asked him a boxing question, he was making basketball references. And he's historically made remarks like, if you never played basketball before, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing about basketball. Then I've also heard him say, you can't tell a heart surgeon how to do heart surgery. Okay, but you're telling boxers how to box. You're trying to give the boxing fans insight on boxing when you've never done it before. I called out Showtime for giving him that opportunity when there's plenty of fighters that have great insight themselves. And he's talking about, I wish I was in his position. Okay. Yeah, I went at it with Steven Jackson. Bro, I'll pull up the DMs right now and show you. I ain't gonna put it out there, but I got a whole thread of me and him going back and forth. You feel me? So it is what it is. But shout out to George Kambosos' management team because they put him in great positions. Yeah, bro. That was what caught me off guard because when he posted me, he got over 1 million followers. I was like, damn, they're gonna fry me in the comments. Bro, a lot of them was actually backing what I was saying. They was like, yo, he ain't lying. Yo, what do you know about boxing? Yo. Like, you know what I mean? What the fuck? Bro, Steven Jackson was heated. And I said, bro, it's cool. It's cool. Come to my gym. I'll teach you something about boxing. Oh, no, nigga, we ain't coming to your gym, nigga. We ain't about to bring my show over there. Nigga, I ain't say the show, nigga. I said you. The fuck is you talking about? I don't give a fuck about your show and your cameras, nigga. I ain't know it. Like, I don't. I don't care about none of that. I never cared for the cameras. I could have been on camera. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Do y'all know who John Leguizamo is? John Leguizamo. He claimed to be Puerto Rican. I don't know if he is or not. But he is an actor. He was in Carlito's Way. He done had stand-up specials, all types of shit. Phenomenal actor. I think he was the voice of Sid off of Ice Age. They filmed the episode. He got this show coming out soon called Leguizamo Does America. If y'all know who he is, just Google him. Y'all gonna recognize him off the rip. He did this. He filmed the episode of Leguizamo Does America at Pivot Boxing Academy at my gym, and they could have been. I had plenty of opportunities to get some screen time on TV, and I just might be on it. However, I didn't really care for it. I wasn't trying to be up in the camera. I didn't really care about none of that because that's not for me. Yeah, Carlito's Way. Yeah, so let me see which one he was in Carlito's Way. He was Benny Blanco. He was Benny Blanco on Carlito's Way. That's who I'm referring to. You feel what I mean? A lot of people know him. I got a picture with him, all that shit. I had plenty of opportunities to be in front of the camera and pop my shit or, get at least some recognition. But I don't care for the camera. So when Steven Jackson is alluding to me wanting some type of camera time or some attention, nigga, I said you. I ain't say bring your show over to my gym so we can show you boxing. Nigga, fuck your cameras and fuck whoever associated with that show. I'm talking about you. Fucking with me, pause. You might learn something. That's all I was saying. But he was mad. He was salty. You know what I mean? Old ass nigga in his feelings. Old as shit checking in with them old block niggas in Chicago who want to be stamped so bad. Nigga wanted to be stamped so bad. He go to Chicago, man, real niggas check in. No, you's a hoe, nigga. You's a hoe. But anyways, I mean, y'all don't be telling no white people to check in, but y'all want me to check in. Yeah, all right. Fuck out of here. Who remember me? You talking about Steven Jackson or Leguizamo? I doubt Leguizamo recognized me because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't talk to him. I was letting him do his thing, you feel me? I ain't really talked to him. Bro, I done been around so many celebrities, bro. Like Gilly, from $1 Million Worth of Game. He come into my job all the time. I don't say anything to him. You know what I mean? Like big time rappers be coming to my job. I don't really say nothing to them neither. Feel me? Like I'm not no Joe ass nigga like, yo, bro, like never. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not no groupie, cuz. You feel me? If we have a conversation, then it is what it is. I'll bring it up. But I ain't about to be sitting, yo, bro, my nigga, like, real shit, my nigga. You's a real nigga, dog. Get the fuck out of here. Rest in peace to PNB Rock. I remember when I was like 19, probably like 18, 19, he walked into my old job. And I ain't gonna lie, like I was blasting PNB on the regular. And me and him was looking face to face when he was walking to my old job. And I was like, salute, bro. Like he just nodded his head at me. He smiled, nodded his head at me. He just kept it moving. I was like, all right, that's cool. Boom. Never Joe in my fucking life, nigga. But anyways, G tatted up 215. What up? So yeah, bro, that press conference between Hitchins and Kambosos, that shit definitely got heated. Coach Lenny made a complete mockery of himself, in my opinion, but it is what it is, man. Not really excited for the fight. That was a pretty funny event. Nigga got bopped in his head with a microphone. You feel what I'm saying? And shit just went left. This nigga said I'll lose it if I ever meet Spence. I ain't gonna lie, I would definitely dap up Earl Spence because I got a lot of respect for dude. You feel me? But yeah, I ain't joing niggas, bro. Definitely ain't joing niggas. I was getting calls like, yo, this nigga like really in Philly, like, yo, he in West, oh, he over here. Like I really had niggas telling me where he was and shit. And I'm like, bro, that's dope. I ain't no groupie ass nigga though. I ain't about to be go looking for him. I'm at Boots like 80 times. I seen, bro, I haven't seen him in a while, but yeah, he not hard to find. I still got his father number. I gotta hit him up. See if I could bring some sparring over there. Blood Rush Entertainment. He says, seeing the Keyshawn Davis situation and what he is going through right now, I'm glad I'm more mature and not emotional. I have a dad to thank for that. Absolutely. You'd be surprised how how much you'll develop as a man. How mature you'll grow to be as an adult with just having a father figure, bro. I see it all the time. When we be getting them little, troubled kids into our gym and shit like that, and you really sit down and get to know them, they either got bum ass dads, bum ass mothers, or both. That's really be what it is. It'd be like you got a dad who, he be around, but he really not active in his son life, or they ain't see their dad since they was babies or whatever. Or their mom is a fucking cold thought. It'd be shit like that, bro. I mean, it's always a parent issue. It's always a parent issue. A father is mandatory, man. And anybody that has kids, y'all see me on here, bro. I got emotional yesterday, bro. I had to walk away from the camera. If you out here having kids, bro, you need to take care of them, dog. Like, once you have a kid, bro, you not the priority no more. You not. I'm sorry. I grew up a selfish nigga. I always wanted to do everything for myself. I always wanted to do what I felt was good for me. And bro, once you have a kid, that shit stops, nigga. You not first no more. Your whole life, if you a real fucking parent, if you a real active parent, your whole life revolves around your child or children. That's it. Anything less than that, dog, you's a bum, nigga. And I don't respect you. I promise you that. If you a half-ass father, you's a bum. I don't respect you. If you come around only on special occasions, you's a fucking bum. I don't respect you. If you don't take care of your kids financially, you are a bum. I don't respect you. Some fathers gotta make sacrifices to make shit happen for their kids, and that might, come with not spending as much time with them. I get it. You feel me? They be weekends where I had my son, but I gotta have my mom watching for a little bit so I could go get this money and come back to him. And I feel like shit, but that's sacrifices that you gotta make as a parent. But one thing my son will never say is that I don't provide. He can never say that I don't protect, and he can't say that I don't love him. And that's how I sleep good at night. A lot of niggas can call me a whole lot of shit. Mark an asshole, Mark that's really be the main Mark an asshole, he rude, you know what I mean? He don't fuck with niggas and all this shit. But one thing a motherfucker could never say in their life is that I'm a bum ass father or I'm a deadbeat. Never. I would rather not be here on earth than be called a deadbeat. And I've never been called that in my life. Never. I'm 80 years old. Yup. Now I'm about to live another 80 years. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. I think you meant to say, Coffee can't say you aren't a real father. I think that's what you meant to say, brother. I'm going to correct you. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's get into this right here, man. Let's get into this, bro, because I'm going to let y'all decide, because I really don't care, to be honest with you, bro. I'm just burnt out with the lightweight division and all that good shit, but I'm going to let y'all determine what the fuck it is. Let me see the latest. Let's check out the latest. Oh, I spelled Shakur name wrong. Hold up. So Shakur Stevenson put out a tweet today, or at least he posted on his story or whatever the case is. I'm gonna share the screen for y'all to see it. This was posted on Shakur Stevenson's verified social media. Uh, nigga Coffee said, "Man, fuck 135." We gonna talk about it. Oh, bros, I apologize for not putting up that video of Bob Arum frying Teofimo Lopez in that YSM Sports Media interview, bro. I was on my work break. I was recording the video. I was cooking, bro. I swear that was gonna be one of my best videos, bro. I was absolutely frying on that topic, and we gonna get to it today because I ain't forget what I said. But bro, in the middle of me recording the video, said my phone ran out of storage and stopped recording the video, bro. I was fucking hot, nigga. Oh, I was pissed. But we gonna cook on that today for sure. We definitely gonna cook on that. But anyways, let's share the screen right here. This is Shakur Stevenson's verified social media. And this is a box of pizza. The motherfucker don't like the crust, obviously. The nigga just eat the cheese. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways, he says, down goes a whole box of pizza. Shout out to the hard work and dedication making it super easy to make weight. This ain't no troll neither. You feel what I'm saying? So look, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, that's basically a whole slice. That's a whole box. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I see slime mouth watering right now, but we gonna stay. We gonna stay focused on the topic. You know what I mean? That motherfucker don't like crust. You feel me? That motherfucker do not like the crust. That nigga bit every piece of cheese off that motherfucking pizza. Just, you know what I mean? Just left him hanging like that. But anyways, a lot of people think, according to Dan the Boxing Man, that he's dissing Keyshawn Davis. You feel what I mean? Now, this is what Dan the Boxing Man says. Shout out to him. He says, Shakur Stevenson with a sneak diss to Keyshawn Davis. And a lot of people, you know, they had their mixed opinions about it. He says he's just asking the question, but he know he's stirring the pot. You know what I mean? He definitely being messy. People saying that's definitely a shot at Key. Somebody wrote, why he acting like he ain't ever missed weight due to Goofy. That's a great point. It's not a great point that he a Goofy. I ain't gonna go that far, but it is a great point that he missed weight before. And that somebody wrote, running all day burns hella calories. That's funny. That's petty, but that's funny. But this is my opinion on the shit, right? Because nigga said need some marinara. Okay, we got that big back energy in the building. Okay, but nah, for real, my opinion on this situation: is it a shot at Keyshawn Davis? I don't know. I really don't know. I did see that Keyshawn Davis called him and Richardson Hitchins some weird niggas and that they should get married. And I didn't hear anybody speak on. I haven't heard either one of them speak on that situation since. You know, for some reason, nobody asked Keyshawn why he called Shakur a weird ass nigga. I didn't hear, you know, Shakur Stevenson reply to that tweet at all. I feel like that was something that people just swept under the rug. But neither one of them have really said anything since then. I don't recall. Was Shakur Stevenson at Keyshawn Davis's fight? Might have been because he was in camp. But I didn't see Shakur Stevenson at Keyshawn's fight. I don't know. I haven't seen neither one of them speak publicly about each other, you know, since. Yeah, I seen Terrence Crawford was there. Yeah, I did see Terrence Crawford was there because Bomac was there. So, you know, he just out here supporting his stablemate. I get it. But, you know, I'm speaking specifically on Shakur. I didn't see Shakur there. They said he didn't show up. Okay. Yeah, I guess he didn't show up. Ja Quinn says that brother stuff is dimming out. Yeah, I could definitely tell. I don't know if there's necessarily animosity between each other, but I do think that they playing their distance a little bit just not to continue, you know, building tension between the two. That's what I think. I think that they both just like one was just coming off of camp, one is in camp, you know, and like I said, I haven't heard neither one of them, you know, show love to each other since that little situation unfolded. But regardless, could this be a shot at Keyshawn Davis? Possibly. Is it? Could it not be? Possibly. Maybe the nigga just focused on himself. Maybe he just flexing how easy it is for him to make weight at 135. And this continues to show, in my opinion, that Shakur purposely missed weight at 130, just like Keyshawn Davis purposely missed weight at 135. You know what I mean? These niggas want to play it like, I can't make the weight no more. So they just finding reasons to move up. Yeah, I did. Yo, Yasir, and that's absolutely right. And I did make a video a couple months ago stating that they'll fall apart. Yeah, I did do. I said that a long time ago. As soon as Keyshawn won his world, I said that before Keyshawn won his world title against Baranchek. I said that he's gonna fight Baranchek. He's gonna beat Baranchek, and they're both gonna be changed in the division simultaneously. And there's gonna be a lot of people addressing the idea of them possibly fighting. Something's gonna happen along the road where somebody feels away, which did happen. And then, these guys are gonna grow to not like each other. And now they're gonna start looking at each other as competition. Shakur Stevenson is too much of a competitor to have somebody else shine with him in the division. Historically, he has went against friends to fight and prove that he was, good. You know what I mean? Or better than him, or the better fighter of the weight class. You feel me? He been playing this brother shit with Keyshawn. Oh, man, this my brother. Bro, y'all niggas ain't blood. Y'all niggas is not brothers. That's the reality. You feel me? So I knew that eventually there was going to be some tension between the two. And then, somebody's going to say something to break the ice. And then they no longer going to be cool. Now, they may possibly be cool. I don't know. But Keyshawn did call that nigga weird. And he was dead serious, saying that these niggas should get married. So not only is he calling these niggas weird, but he's alluding to them being homosexuals as well. Why would you tell two men to get married? You're looking at them as if they a bundle of sticks. That's just my opinion. You feel me? So that's disrespect. Shakur hasn't said anything, but that doesn't change the fact that Keyshawn disrespected him and Hitchins. You know what I mean? So it's bound to happen, bro. It's bound to happen. You know what I mean? I don't know if these guys fight each other, but they definitely they're gonna start to go through a rocky phase in their relationship as they continue to both climb up the ladder in their fields. It is what it is. Two alpha males cannot coexist in the same place, bro. They can't. Not without a little bit of drama or some type of conflict. You feel me? Only the strong survive in this boxing shit. The pizza post was probably Shakur's response. That's a great observation. That may possibly be true. But the reality is, I don't know. Shakur is probably going to try to spin it. Hold on. Somebody just bought my son a gift. Hold on. Somebody just bought my son a gift. Who bought my son a gift on this beautiful Thursday night? Let me shout out whoever, bought these gifts for my son on this beautiful night. Oh, shit. Who the hell is Rebecca? Oh, shit. Jay Cash's girl. Shout out to Jay Cash's girl, Rebecca. Showing love. Bought my son a dinosaur animal, a dinosaur zipper hoodie for the fall and autumn. Shout out to Rebecca for buying this beautiful dinosaur pattern long sleeve hoodie sweatsuit. You know what I'm saying? Rebecca also bought my son a swimming trunks with a shirt to match with it. Oh, my son got a nice 2-piece set for the beach. It's on and popping. She bought 3 things, man. Shout out to Jay Cash, man. I absolutely love that brother, man. Good dude, inside and out, pause. You feel what I mean? And, his girl has always been cool, too. So that's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing, man. Don't nothing make me happy more than people, showing love to my son. That leaves 2 gifts. That leaves 2 gifts left. Look at that. 2 gifts left on the registry, man. My registry about to be sold out. Look at that. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we talking boxing, but I can't help but speak on this. I got 2 things left on this registry, man. I might just buy it myself. It's only $30 altogether. Look, everything else is sold out. Look at that. Take a look at that. Purchase. Oh my God, my son is loved. I absolutely love it, man. It definitely take a village to raise a child. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, bro. That's amazing. I didn't really expect too many people to buy anything, but that just goes to show how many people fuck with me. You know, I got some great supporters. I got a great support system, and yo, man, they love my son. So, um, this is beautiful. This is beautiful, man. Uh, shit. Shout out to J Cash and the wifey for sure. J Cash, funny as shit. J Cash said, she says she got beef with you if she don't see a post on your story of Micah and the dinosaur fit. She ain't gotta worry about that. She ain't gotta worry about that. She know how much. If y'all follow me on social media, y'all know how often I post my son. You ain't gotta worry about that. My son gonna be dinosaured out the whole fall, cause you ain't even gotta worry about it. But shit, I'll make sure I tag y'all if anything. Salute to J Cash and the wifey, man. That's absolutely beautiful, man. Shit. Who gonna get these last two? Who gonna get these last two for King Micah, man? Who gonna get these last two? One of them is $19.99 and the other is $11.99. I mean, $10.99. Who gonna get these last two for King Micah? Let me know, man. Cause we sell out the registry before it goes live. Hold on, wait, what? He said refresh it. What you talking about, man? Oh shit! Hold up. Hold up. She lying. Yo. Yo. Get the fuck out of here. You lying to me. Hold up. Yo, they all got Yo, Rebecca the GOAT. My nigga, she bought the rest of the shit. Yo, oh my God, man, salute to the fan, bro. Oh man, this is beautiful, man. This shit. Look, 31. I posted 31 items. 31 items. And 0 are left remaining, man. This is a beautiful thing, man. God damn. God damn, this is humbling. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit, man. Shout out to the fan, bro. Shout out to JK. Shout out to Rebecca. Shout out to everybody that came through and supported and got my son, his gifts right before his birthday ends. And, like I said, I am hurt that I wasn't able to see my son on his actual birthday, but I'll have him tomorrow morning and my heart will be full as a result. And it's a blessing to see people actually show love to my child. You feel what I mean? You ain't got to show love to me, but you showing love to my child, bro, especially in these weird ass times. I know y'all seen them stories about, that little 3-year-old girl who, unfortunately was, unalived by her own parents. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all saw that. That broke my heart, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit gets me a little emotional too. But just to see people genuinely show love to my son is a beautiful thing, man. Baby girl Bex, salute. Thank you very much for supporting my son, man. This is a humbling experience. Wow. Beautiful. Salute. Shit. Anyways, man, not to disregard what y'all did. That was a beautiful thing, but these people want to talk about boxing, but I am highly appreciative of y'all for doing what y'all did. So let's get into these open boxing topics, man. I put these titles up because this is shit that people had sent over to me, so I guess they really wanted to talk about it. But like I said, I'm not really interested in particular. That's my twin. Oh yeah, he the white he the white version of me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's kick back to boxing. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing really going on. That is true, brother. But, it's always good to, speak on open boxing topics. That's why I always put that in the title as much as I can. Hitchins, Kambosos, that's coming up this week. Yeah, cool. You know what I mean? Shakur, Stevenson, possibly dissing Keyshawn. All right, cool. Bro, at this point as a boxing fan, man, it's like talking only gets you so far with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all niggas is talking shit and y'all actually about to fight each other, I could deal. I'm cool with it. Pop your shit. I'm gonna be there to entertain it. But nowadays it's like niggas pop they shit at each other and they don't even fight each other. You ever see them videos where it's like two dogs barking at each other between a gate, and then when the gate is they got that little boundary between each other and they barking all crazy, and then when they move the gate, they ain't barking no more. That's how I be looking at these niggas or these boxers on Twitter and shit. They pop they shit, but they don't ever make nothing of it. You feel what I'm saying? The dogs be like, oh, 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 oh. Then when they move the gate, they like wagging their tail and shit. These niggas, that's how I be looking at these boxing niggas on social media, bro. It's like, bro, if you don't intend on fighting this nigga anytime soon, like, why am I seeing Tang and Edgar Berlanga going at it? Y'all niggas ain't never going rumble. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Or if y'all really got problems, like, y'all could address that shit outside of boxing. The thing is, this is how I move, and I don't expect anybody to move like me. But what I'm gonna say is this: if me and you genuinely got a problem, and I really want to, take it there with you as a result of that, I ain't about to give you no heads up. I'm gonna play it cool on social media. I'm not gonna say shit, but when I see you, I'm crashing on you. Like, if y'all niggas genuinely got problems, you don't need to take it to social media. It's just screaming for attention. Y'all niggas out here with y'all pom-poms like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Y'all niggas going like this, y'all going like this. Y'all niggas doing splits. Y'all motherfuckers doing all types of acrobats. Y'all niggas want attention so bad on social media to let people know you got problems with this person. If it's real problems, then it don't need to be a single character. Don't need to be wrote on social media for that to be known. Did y'all see Tim Bradley's most recent video he put on his channel, bro? Did y'all see that? This dude, Tim Bradley, all of a sudden, he a street nigga. All of a sudden, Tim Bradley is a street nigga. Did y'all see this dude put together like almost a half-hour video? A half-hour video talking about how Keyshawn and Keon was giving him trouble the whole fight week. That they was all coming at him. He said, oh, man, he was swelling up on me, which is a pause. Saying that another nigga is swelling up on you is crazy. But he's like, oh, man, these niggas poking their chests out and, they trying to press me and, think about me, I'm a dog. Man, think about me, man, I'm a dog. Like, all of a sudden, you so tough. Like, Tim, listen, you was a phenomenal fighter in your time. Cool. You did some good shit in boxing. You won world titles. You beat some good names. Juan Manuel Marquez. You know what I mean? You had that, disputed win against Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? I can name a few people that you beat. You was the Desert Storm. You was solid. You was solid, cuz. You know what I mean? Fight of the year contender with Ruslan Provodnikov. You showed a lot of heart. I never said you was a bitch, but now you out here trying to play this tough nigga role. Where this shit come from, nigga? You fat as shit with them yellow ass eyes, and all of a sudden you think you a bona fide gangster. You think you just could get with everybody. Now I'm not saying niggas should be chumping you or anything like that, but you talking about, oh yeah, I'm from Palm Springs. Yeah, we got a hood over here. Whenever anybody gotta say that just lets you know that y'all niggas is not really active like that. I'm from Philadelphia. I don't ever have to say that there's a hood in Philadelphia. Niggas know that because of the reputation that we got. And like, let's say, like, I got people on here that's from New York. You don't need to say that, oh, there's a hood in New York, because New York has a reputation. That don't need to be said. My boy Jay Cash, he from Cleveland. He don't need to say that there's a hood in Cleveland. We heard about Cleveland. Them Ohio niggas get active. I've been hearing that. Same shit about Texas, same shit about Cali. You talking about you from Palm Springs. And because you from Palm Springs, there's a hood in Palm Springs, and I was doing this and I was doing that. And Tim, shut up, bro. How long was you in boxing, cuz? This is the thing. When you had time to be a gangster, nigga, you was doing this and you was doing that. Bro, I wish I had the timestamps where he was talking so, like, spicy, like, man, I just wanted to curse. I wanted to curse on TV, man. Well, why didn't you, gangster? Why didn't you? And in that video that he put together, it just let me know that he an Uncle Tom. Dr. Umar Johnson, one of my favorite people that I like to watch on social media, he says that he differentiates. I don't even want to say the word just out of respect for my people, but like he said, there's a difference between a coon and a Negro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just say that. Fuck it. That's what he said. And he said the difference is like the Negro is uneducated. He's ignorant to certain things, and he just needs to be educated and stuff like that. Uncle Tom, like a coon, is somebody who's well aware of black issues and what goes on in their society, but still decides to throw black people under the bus. Listening to that video, Tim Bradley made it clear that racism exists. He made it clear that that there's things like there's like these stereotypes about black people and stuff like that. And he was even talking about us coming together. Can you believe that shit? He was talking about us coming together in order to make some change within our people. Tim, as much as you have thrown black fighters under the bus, you the same dude. And he didn't say that verbatim. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but I clearly remember being in shock when he said the shit, because it let me know, like, bro, so you're not ignorant at all to black issues. You're not ignorant to, what black people go through, any of that. You made it clear that you know what's going on, and you know how the way people look at black people. You know what I mean? The racist way they go about treating black people and the racist stereotypes that they have towards black people, you're well aware of that. But you still choose to throw your people under the bus whatever opportunity you get. You are the textbook definition of an Uncle Tom. You just stamped it yourself. When Ryan Garcia was out here on doing that racist rant, I ain't see you say that there wasn't no room for that in boxing. And you said that we being sensitive, that we being victims, and we shouldn't let them type of words get to us because they don't get to me. Oh, and then we heard just like Showbiz ugly ass. You talking about, well, I'm not a nigga. I'm not a nigga. He ain't talking about me because I ain't a nigga. Right? Then when Teofimo Lopez went on that racist rant, where the N-word at? Where the N-word at? You know what Tim Bradley said? Oh man, I know he just said that. I know he just disrespected my black people, but let me tell you why he beats Jaron Ennis. Just went on a whole tangent, just degrading Jaron Ennis and downplaying Jaron Ennis' accolades, just so quick to throw people under the bus. So quick to throw people under the bus. But then you sitting here talking about what we should do as a community. Man, fuck you, Tim. Shut your bald ass up, nigga. You in your 40s and you still ain't got no facial hair. Your genetics is trash. You feel what I'm saying? You had one of the craziest abs in boxing. Now you built like Prince Nassim Hamed. Shut the fuck up, man. You be going around talking about how you don't drink, you don't smoke. I don't believe that, cuz. You got them black and mild eyes, nigga. What are you talking about? I ain't never seen a nigga who don't drink and don't smoke got jaundice. I've never seen that. Like, y'all gotta cut it out, cuz ain't nobody trying to hear that shit that y'all niggas on for real, for real. You know what I mean? Don't be sitting here like, I hate when people want to, turn their eye to black issues and, they act like they don't know what the fuck be going on with black people. But the moment that they in a situation, like they just want to turn into King Kong consciousness. Get the fuck out of here, bro. They want to turn a blind eye to racism and act like racism don't matter. But whenever the heat on their ass, because all he was venting about was how the way, Keyshawn and Keon was bullying him, and he didn't like that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I'm from the streets, man. Like, I'm really a dog. I'm a fighter first. Man, sit your fat ass down and eat your chicken sandwich while them white people talk that boxing for you. The fuck is you talking about? Eat your fucking chicken sandwich, Tim. Shut up. Go get you some antibiotics, man. You look like your insides look like they dying, nigga. Look like you always fight. You look like your body always fighting an infection. Get your fat ass in the sauna. Go get them toxins out you. All that cool shit that's built up in your system, you need to sweat it out. Did I watch the whole vid? Damn near the whole thing. I ain't watched the whole thing, though, but he was throwing me off. Like, I'm listening to the nigga because I'll be running around the crib doing shit, but I'm listening to him because, I want to know what he talking about. in terms of like boxing. But you talking about, and it was like the dumbest title, the key to life after death, or some stupid shit like that. What are you talking about, cuz? Like he going this whole, I'm a dog, man. That's the thing about me. That's the thing about me, man. I'm gonna write a book, man. I'm gonna write a book about how I really come from that. Man, shut up, nigga. I could tell you was a sucker, dog. You could fight. You know what I mean? You definitely got dog in you and shit like that. But stop acting like them crackers don't be manipulating you, dog. And you know what I mean? You quick to sell out for them. Stop it. You was a fucking. You act like you stand. So based off of you calling yourself a street nigga, you know what I mean? You must, being a street nigga, I'm assuming at one point in time that you stood on some type of street principles. Right? You ain't bring that shit over to boxing. You kissed on white people's ass whenever Bob feel like pulling his drawers down and showing you his ass, you quick to kiss that motherfucker, to be honest with you. So, bro, even if you did come from some street shit, that street shit, them principles that you were supposed to live by on that street shit you were supposedly on, it ain't translate to boxing. You went from street nigga to sucker ass nigga. And let's not act like you like, all right, like you was a dog in the ring and shit like that. But I remember your dad used to get upset when your dad used to be like, I smell pussy. What's that? I smell pussy. Tim Bradley used to express like him suffering from verbal abuse from his father. Like me and my dad, we be talking crazy to each other. Like we be having fun, busting it up. Like ain't no feelings hurt. This nigga told Tim that Tim used to tell Tim father used to tell him, I smell pussy. And he used to get all upset. This is the same dude that when he got that controversial win off of Manny Pacquiao, that the criticism from the fans like threw him off mentally, where he was, I don't know if he was like thinking about unaliving himself, but it put him in a tough spot mentally. So you this big tough street nigga that got all this dog in you, but your dad call you pussy, and you know what I mean, you all up in your feelings, which is pretty much proving his point. You may very well be pussy. And then, you know what I mean, getting criticism from boxing, from Manny Pacquiao fans, had you in a deep depression. Man, shut your soft ass up, man. Shut up. Good fighter, but you soft. You know what I mean? Your heart pump Kool-Aid, for real, nigga. You was a fucking turkey burger, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And if you a street nigga, you should know what a turkey burger mean. You soft. You's a fucking weenie, nigga. And you built like you sponsor from. You look like you built like you sponsored by Pillsbury, nigga. Motherfucker walking around like the Michelin Man, telling niggas he a dog. Nigga, shut up. Nigga built like a lowercase O, telling niggas that he from the streets of from the hard streets of Palm Springs. Go ahead with your goofy ass. Nigga was boxing. When Tim Bradley started boxing? When did he start boxing? Let's Google that. When did he start boxing? So you was boxing before you was 19 because you won an under 19 national tournament. That's what I'm reading right here. Hold on. Let me ask ChatGPT. Shout out to ChatGPT, man. When did Tim Bradley from Palm Street? Man, I don't care about none of that, Justin. So Tim Bradley a Crip now? So, because if he a Crip, his name got to be Tim Cradley. I ain't never heard a nigga call himself Tim Cradley. Shit. Let me find out he a Crip. Palm Springs Crips. Okay. Shout out to my Crips. Let me find out. Let me find out that nigga was Tim Cradley. Hold on. Hold on. Oh shit. What age did Tim Bradley start boxing? Look, Tim Bradley Jr. began his boxing journey at a young age. He started training and competing in the sport when he was just 10 years old. By that age, he'd already been in the gym for 3 months and had confirmed his passion and raw talent for boxing. You did 140 amateur fights, Tim. You secured multiple national titles. He was 10 years old when he first laced up the gloves. So, nigga, you've been in boxing your whole life. When you had time to be a gangster? When you had time to be a gangster, cuz? So you was out here winning world championships, and then you was heading to the block, chilling with your people. You know what I mean? Tim Bradley out here. You know what I mean? You out here crashing out, doing side quests. So boxing was just a side quest for Tim Bradley. Palm string power rules. This motherfucker go beat Juan Manuel Marquez that he out here, you know what I mean, flipping them bundles on the block. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Tell me, you the type nigga, man. You the type nigga that, you know what I mean, niggas was palming your head, sending you to the store, you know what I mean? And you was scared to say something to them because they know they put the burner to you. Niggas, Michael Jordan. I mean, Tim grew up like Lil Bill. That nigga was born bald like Caillou. I ain't never had anybody ever seen Tim Bradley with a hairline. Inferior genetics. Inferior genetics. This motherfucker, bro. Can't stand a sellout. When you had time to be gangster, it's a valid question. You ain't never had time to be gangster. Boxing takes a lot of your time, bro. I know that because I never boxed at Tim Bradley's level. I never did what Tim Bradley did. He was a much better fighter than me. Let's make that clear. However, I know from personal experience, training fighters, having a little bit of experience myself, I know that it takes a lot of your time. You especially when you was a student, you go to school, you come out of school, you go to the gym. By the time you get home, I don't know it could be 7, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You training hard for 2 hours while you in school from 8 to 3 or whatever the case is. I mean, you probably can rest a little bit, go to the gym at 5, come home at 7. Like, you ain't got time to be gangster. And you doing multiple national tournaments, so you not even staying home. You all over the place. Stop it, bro. Stop it. And you know, once you signed with Top Rank, you couldn't take your nose up out of Bob ass crack. So, you know what I'm saying? So I already knew you wasn't doing shit at that time neither. You did whatever Bob said. So stop it. Nigga, you was about to be a free agent and Floyd was trying to cash you out and you still couldn't get your nose up out of Bob Arum ass crack. So miss me with the bullshit, cuz. These niggas be full of shit. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Headed to the block after. Fucking disgusting. Who the fuck taking Tim Bradley serious on a block, nigga? There's some iconic bald niggas out here, bro. Michael Jordan, Floyd Mayweather, until he got his, hairline done. The list goes on and on and on. There's a lot of iconic bald niggas out here. Tim Bradley is a disgrace to the follically inferior people. Michael Jordan definitely the GOAT of bald niggas, though. Yeah, we spoke about it, Paga. We just chopping it up. Who's the GOAT of bald people? The Rock. Definitely The Rock. I'm gonna say that. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Michael Jordan. Who else? Who else? Kobe was trying to hold on to his hairline though. I don't know if y'all peeped. Like his hairline was cooked, but like he'll cut his hair real low, but he'll still have hair. Like he wasn't full on bald like Jordan. He used to get like a fucking 0. Kobe used to, but you peep, Kobe was so respected. Ain't nobody make no hairline jokes at Kobe. They just kept that shit with LeBron. Was Kobe completely bald? Thought he had his hair like real low and then he like faded the sides and shit. But whatever. You know what I mean? If y'all want to include Kobe in the bald, you know, Kurt Angle. Yeah. Perk Angle. Yep. Who else? I'm gonna ask Chat GBT too. That's one of my favorite apps right now. A list of the greatest bald-headed people ever. Yo, Mike Tyson not bald, is he? I guess he is bald. Um. Oh, bro, this shit is crazy. Here's a list of some of the greatest, most iconic bald-headed people of all time, spanning sports, entertainment, leadership, and more. These folks made bald legendary. First one, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Kobe Bryant, Floyd Mayweather. He said undefeated champion with slick defense and a shiny dome. That's hilarious. I don't really use Chat GBT all that often. I only ask if I ain't gonna lie, I just be asking dumb shit. But Stone Cold Steve Austin, he definitely made being bald like cool though. Stone Cold got to be one of the swaggiest white people of all time. Stone Cold had an aura about him, and I know people be using aura now and shit, but it's true. Stone Cold was the coolest white dude I ever seen. Like his swag was different. Like I used to like when he always had like a Stone Cold shirt on and he had like the gold chain. You know what I mean? Nigga, you know he was the man because he made them knee braces look cool. That shit would look goofy on anybody. Then he had like his I don't think they were steel toed, but he had like black boots on. It was his swag, you know what I mean? His energy. Stone Cold was the man. But anyways, that was Stone Cold. So the 5 people they listed as sports icons: Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Kobe, Floyd, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Actors and entertainers: The Rock, Vin Diesel, Samuel L. Jackson, Jason Statham, Terry Crews. I don't fuck with Terry Crews. He another Uncle Tom. Anderson Silva. Miles, that's a good one. I fuck with Anderson Silva. I'll probably put Anderson Silva. Yeah, he up there though. He a GOAT. He one of the greatest mixed martial artists to ever live. Thinkers and leaders. These niggas put Pitbull. They put Gandhi, Jeff Bezos, Pitbull, Steve Harvey, Howie Mandel. Fictional bald goats: Professor X, Darth Vader. I don't even know what Darth Vader looked like without the motherfucking shit on his head. Dr. Evil, Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. Cool. Shout out to Chad GBT, man. Bro, Stone Cold facts. Stone Cold would come out in jean shorts, knee braces, and a camouflage hat, and that fit would be tough. Facts. He used to come out with that gold chain, cuz. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And sometimes he would come out with that like motorcycle jacket on. Shit was fire. The Austin 316 shirts was hard. I remember I was gonna buy one off Pack some, but they ain't had my size. I was sick. I might dress like Stone Cold for Halloween, bro. Get a bald cap that match my skin tone. And then just be whooping everybody's ass for Halloween. Look like he's still doing well, too. So shout out to Stone Cold, bro. He used to shotgun the beers. Yeah, he said he used to really get drunk, too. Like, he said that, like, when he used to be chugging all those beers, that he used to, I guess from drinking them so fast, he used to get buzzed. Shit was hilarious. Flow Rider. Yeah. But let's keep this shit going, man. I'm feeling good, man. You know what I mean? I took a little nap before I got on live, so I'm charged up. Really ain't tired. So what we talking about? I need to give me something else to drink. Smoochy, don't be watching me. You know what I mean? Give myself juice neither. I know you be talking shit. I mean, I seen Stephen Fulton. Stephen Fulton locked in. He training. That boy gonna pull off the upset. Watch. I need to see the odds though. I need to see the odds on Stephen Fulton and shock. I might put some bread up for that. Yeah, man. Damn, niggas watching and they ain't saying nothing. We got 30 people in the building. What's going on? Miles Jordan in the building. He says turkey hypocrisy is insane, though. He was the same one saying boxing needs a black heavyweight, but then on the other end, so no Tom and Jerry boxing. Muhammad Ali, the greatest heavyweight of all time, used that style. And that's why I was saying, like, you know, was Ali a runner? No. Like, he used beautiful feints. You know what I mean? He had a good jab. He punched in combinations. He had power. He had hand speed. He had foot speed. You know, his athleticism was out of this world. And he had dog. He had grit. He had a chin. You feel me? Like, Ali was the full package. So, you know, was he this quote unquote runner? No. But considering the style that he has, and if you bring that into today's era of boxing, we will have people criticizing Ali and saying that he's a runner. Was it true? No. But people will call him that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I even try to get these dudes a pass. Like, I'll start thinking about it. I was like, maybe they just, you know, calling these guys runners because maybe when they saying runners, they talking about dudes who be getting into like survival mode and shit like that. But no, I literally see people put up like Shakur Stevenson highlight reels where he's sitting in the pocket making dudes miss and beating their ass. You know, look at Shakur running. Nigga, he not even running. So I already know that y'all, even though they're not considered runners, because you see them being a slick black American fighter, y'all gonna call them a runner, even when they don't. Y'all call Devin Haney a runner. He literally only had one performance like that. Oh, when I'm saying runner, I'm not targeting black fighters. Miss me with the bullshit. Because when Sonny Edwards was boxing, I didn't hear you come up with absolutely no runner rule. No runner rule. I never seen it. And then when they asked Showbiz to come up with examples of guys who aren't black that run, this nigga said William Skull, he named like somebody else, and then put Guillermo Rigondeaux. You fucking dickhead. You think that William Skull and Guillermo Rigondeaux not black? So they not black. You look at Guillermo Rigondeaux, dark ass, and you telling me he not black. You look at William Skull and you tell me he not black because they speak Spanish. So not only are you a dumbass boxing fan, but you're also ignorant in terms of knowing the difference between race and nationality. You're an idiot. And if he got a fan base, he got a fan base. To keep it real, Showbiz is one of the biggest boxing channels on YouTube. If not, he's probably the biggest one in terms of like, individuals. He got like 300K subscribers. I would love to go on his platform and fry him. Oh my God. Yeah, bro. He's black. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to inform you guys, but Guillermo Rigondeaux is a black man who comes from. He's a Cuban man that comes from black ancestry. That's a black man. William Skull, that is a black man. David Morrell, that is a black man. Like Harris Landy Lara, I'm sorry to tell you guys, that's a black man. Yordanis Ugas, sorry to tell y'all, that's a black man. Subriel Matias, I'm sorry to tell y'all, that's a black man. Tito Trinidad, that's a black man. I don't know if dude be opening up his panel. Edwin De Los Santos, that's a black man. You could tell he mixed with other shit like me, like Edwin De Los Santos, but that's a black man. A biracial man is also a black man. Dr. Umar says that all the time, and he's a Pan-Africanist. If you identify as black, you are a black man. Like if you actually come, like if you come from African ancestors and you identify as black full time, or you identify as black overall, you are a black man. That's what it is. Andy Cruz, yeah, that's a black man. This nigga gonna say, they were like, oh, well, he gonna bring up 3 examples. I think he said Rigondeaux, Archie Sharp, and William Skull. I'm like, bro, I ain't never seen a nigga counter themselves before. Like I never seen that. I ain't never see a nigga attempt to make a point and then within a few tweets go against it. No, he full of shit. And Turkey full of shit too, because how you gonna say, oh, I don't want to see no more Tom and Jerry fights? You got Shakur Stevenson fight coming up, and he's been heavily criticized for being a Tom and Jerry type fighter. And you just had Devin Haney sign a contract to fight Teofimo Lopez. He's heavily criticized for being this runner now. Good luck trying to make big fights without, those type of names in the equation. Some of the biggest fights to be made in the entire sport of boxing include Devin, and they include Shakur. Sorry. As much as y'all don't want them to be a factor in boxing, they're some of the biggest names in the sport. Sorry, not everybody's a rock'em sock'em robot. Coffee said, "Yo, off topic, Mark. You seen Greg woke up yesterday? He didn't know where he was at. Damn, that was some good ass sleep. No, I didn't. I actually did not. I'm about to scroll through and see that shit. Let me check that. Let me check that shit out real quick. Shout out to my boy Greg. That shit was hilarious though. Hey, man, when you working hard, bro, you can fall asleep anywhere. She said, you fell asleep on live? You still on live? He's like, nah. He was like, wait, I did. Shout out to Greg, man. Yeah, anonymous. He could have said Sonny Edwards, Karen. You know what I mean? But he ain't smart like that though. That just lets you know, like you would have thought, like if he seriously was just like general, just speaking in general about fighters and not attacking black fighters, you think he would have had a whole lineup of fighters who, or Tom and Jerry style fighters that aren't black. He didn't even take the time to do that. This nigga brought up black fighters that speak Spanish. 2 out of the 3. Like, it's fucking idiot, bro. And nobody on Twitter corrected him. This is another thing. Like, as boxing fans, it's your right on who you would like to see fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's your choice on who you want to see fight. You feel what I mean? But y'all trying to eliminate a style because you don't find it to be entertaining. Y'all putting together petitions and shit, nigga. Like, that's how afraid y'all are. That's how inferior y'all feel to black American fighters. And I keep saying black American fighters because that's where that style came from. That hit and move, that hit and not get hit style originated amongst black American fighters. And for anybody that's doubting that, just go do your history. I'm gonna tell y'all this: they used to hire black American trainers that taught that style. They'll send them out to Russia. You know what I mean? To train their Olympic teams because they wanted to know the special formula. I bet y'all didn't know that. I bet y'all didn't know that. I bet y'all did not know that Europe, the Soviet Union and all that shit, that Soviet style that y'all be talking about, they used to bring American coaches over to their country to teach them that style because they knew that style was that was the style that was the most successful. Send them all over Eastern Europe, yep, and they'll teach them the sauce. And then once they got the sauce, once they was able to steal the recipe like they always do, you know what I'm saying? They always steal from the culture and shit like that. Then they go around and act like it's their recipe. This whole time they was influenced by the black American style. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Y'all see Vasil Lomachenko using angles and you know what I'm saying? Y'all see him, being a rhythmic fighter and shit. I don't know. Lomachenko had a little bit of soul to him. He had a little soul to him. He had a little, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think he was influenced by the Black American style. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? They see a winning recipe. They know they can't do anything to stop it, so they're trying to overthrow it. Just like I said with the Eagles, with the tush push, pause. That's what they call it, though. They can't once Jalen Hurts and them gets with that O line. When he gets to that 1 yard line and he gets pushed into the touchdown zone, there was actual teams that was attempting to uh, make that move illegal in the NFL because no team could figure a way to figure out a way to stop them from doing that. Instead of trying to figure out a way, instead of finding ways to neutralize that whole approach, they trying to get rid of it. That's what motherfuckers want to do nowadays. They want to ignore shit. They want to push it to the side instead of confronting it head on. That's how you know y'all niggas suckers, bro. Y'all suckers, bro. How can y'all call yourself competitors? How can y'all say that y'all the best when y'all blatantly trying to get rid of a style that y'all know will give y'all fits? Real men, we walk to it. We don't run from it. He said heavy on the pause. I don't know who named that shit. I don't know, bro. That's what they call it, the tush push. I'm sorry. I didn't name it. You hear Turkey shortening the ring for Shakur next fight. Is he really? Is that true? Okay, so I'll tell you this, Yasser. If Turkey purposely makes the ring smaller to benefit William Cepeda and Shakur still outclasses him, then what they gonna say? They still gonna say he ran. That's not gonna do anything. They still gonna say he ran. Because regardless of whether if a ring's 20 by 20, 18 by 18, people still gonna say that he ran around the ring when he's literally using all of the ring to his advantage. These niggas want fighters to be a steady target when God gifted them with the ability to move and, you know, when God gave them movement and timing and rhythm, you know, foot speed, hand speed. No, throw all of that away. Fuck what God gave you. You stand in front of this flat-footed motherfucker and you swing your hands. And I don't care, and it doesn't matter how many times you get hit, you better not run, nigga. They could make that ring the size of a Rubik's Cube. Niggas still gonna talk shit, guys. I'm telling you. You can make that boxing ring the size of a Rubik's Cube. They still gonna talk shit. Yeah, that shit is corny, bro. Like y'all really, these motherfuckers really trying to make the hit and not get hit style, aka the Black American style, aka the style that everybody, you know, is intimidated about. I mean, they trying to overthrow it. They trying to get rid of it because they ain't got a solution for it. And niggas fear what they can't. You know what Nas said? Niggas fear what they can't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Guess it's just a theory of man made me a monster. I think that's what he said. But that was a real ass quote that he said on that You Can Hate Me Now song. Niggas fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. And when they can't conquer something and you know they go on to hate it, they do whatever they can to try to get rid of it. So they ain't gotta think about it no more. Nah, niggas. That style ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And I could give a fuck about what Turkey Al-Sheikh talking about. Boxing was live and relevant before Turkey fat ass came into the game, holding niggas' hands and you know, showing showing boobs, you know, through his motherfucking shirts and shit. Boxing's gonna be relevant while he's around. Boxing's gonna be relevant when he's no longer with us. The boxing world gonna continue turning with or without Turkey. It's good that he's here. It's good that he's pumping, funds into boxing and making big fights happen. However, you getting a little too big for your britches, nigga. You not that important. I know these promoters be kissing your ass and all that. You know what I mean? But you want to know how you know you ain't that important? Stop paying these niggas money and see if they still fuck with you. You know what I mean? Let's see if they still fuck with us. Let's see if they still call you His Excellency the moment you stop cutting them a check. Cut their funds off. If you really think you the man, you think they fuck with you like that, stop cutting them niggas a check and see how fast boxing will be cooked in Riyadh. Miss me with the bullshit, man. They gonna leave his ass up. Turkey think them niggas fuck with him for him. It's like them rich niggas that got a bad bitch. When the bad bitch, she just there because, it's conditional. You know what I mean? You taking care of me, you got a little money, I ain't gotta worry about nothing, I'm gonna stick around. The moment that nigga stop providing that bread or he go broke, that bitch on to the next dick. Sorry. Turkey be pissing me off. Turkey think boxing just gonna follow whatever time he on. Nigga, they don't fuck with you like that. Everybody think you weird. They just fuck with you because you putting bread up. That's all. Niggas think you weird. Turkey, I promise you, niggas think you weird. You know what I mean? Turkey wanna, not entertain motherfuckers who hit and not get hit. Guys who, he's trying to ban guys who don't put on entertaining fights for the fans, but I ain't never hear this nigga stand up against, blatant racism, racist fighters. He gave them niggas career high paydays, Ryan and T.O. And I ain't never see this nigga try to put out any rules against PED users. Ryan Garcia test positive, was banned for a year, and came back to an 8-figure payday. So I can give a fuck about what Turkey talking about. You can put up all the bread you want. You can make all the good fights in the world. Stop acting like you for the sport of boxing. Stop it. They love what you bring, nigga. They don't love you. Promise you that. You know what I mean? That boy Ryan was saying the N-word and testing positive for PEDs. Banned him for a year. He was gifted with a main event. And I'm sure a career high payday, if not one of the biggest paydays of his career. He sponsored hella cheaters. Canelo, Fury, Ryan. That nigga know what he doing. Yeah, he not. These niggas be full of shit, bro. But like I say, all these dudes got their pros and cons. And the nigga Ryan lost too, yeah. Completely disrespected Jose Ramirez and Rolly Romero with that promo commercial they did. And they got mad at Rolly because he ain't posted. Them niggas, they had Rolly on a pizza box, bro. Just making it seem like they was just there for the slaying, like to be sacrificed, because they were so sure Ryan was going to beat Rolly. Rolly seen that commercial, was like, man, get the fuck, I ain't posting that shit. Y'all niggas disrespectful, cuz. Then they got mad at him because of that. Having given him trouble with hotel rooms, and he said them niggas ain't even giving bread to, eat during the week and shit. Which is what promoters do for fighters, for those of y'all who didn't know. They usually get like prepaid cards where they're able to like use it at cafeterias, at the hotels they be at and shit like that. I forgot what they call, but you know what I mean? Bro, look at bro. Overlook racism, but this turkey reaction with T.O. called him a dictator, right? Oh, you can say you can disrespect black people, but you cannot call me a dictator. Teofilo called me a dictator. You can disrespect black people, but don't disrespect him. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love as always. If y'all could hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 3K. If you appreciated the boxing content, the entertainment, you know what I mean, the jokes, the laughs, and all that. You know what I mean, y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We do this on a daily basis. I will be on live tomorrow to discuss the weigh-in reaction between, Richardson Hitchins and, George Kambosos. And we'll also get into some open boxing topics on that live as well. You feel what I mean? Saturday, it will be my son's little birthday party and shit like that. But I will be doing a live fight commentary for Richardson Hitchins versus George Kambosos. So be on the lookout for that, man. Let's get on let's hit that 3K mark, ladies and gentlemen. If you appreciate what I got going on. Special thank you to everybody that came through and showed love. Shout out to J Cash. Shout out to, his the wifey, J Cash's wifey, Rebecca, for supporting my son and selling out my Amazon list, man. It's an absolute honor. It's a pleasure to have, supportive people in the building. You know what I mean? And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. You feel what I mean? This is Mazuma TV signing out. I hope y'all have a blessed one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.